Hello and welcome to my podcast. It's called Trust Me, I've Tried. Trust me, I've tried. Trust me, I've tried. Hi, hello. Hi, welcome to another episode of my podcast, Trust Me, I've Tried. And today I'm with my dear friend, Tolu. I had to bring in somebody for this particular episode because that's what I'm saying. And you will know. So today's episode is called Trust Me, I've Tried to Move On. Trust me, I've tried to let go. And I know that, it's dear to my heart because, God, okay. So I sent out like a couple of questions, right?
Yeah.
To get like feedback, and I wasn't sure what I would get. But boy, did I get a lot of feedback. People have things to say.
Yeah.
People actually have things to say too.
Yeah.
Like, we were laughing about some of them, right?
And the interesting thing is, they're varying,
Yeah.
They're the ones you read and you just laugh. There's some you read and you just go,
And you'd be like, okay.
how in the world?
How in the world? Like,
Yeah.
you know how everybody says, oh, men are scum?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I just know that I probably learned from this exercise is that everybody is scum. Scum is not about gender. It's not a respecter of whether you're a male or a female. It's about the individual.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we all have scum tendencies, generally.
Amen to that.
So here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to share a couple of these stories, and to make it like more fun and more exciting. So this episode it's pretty much really engaging, and it's people's stories, so it's not made up or anything.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Let's enjoy. Okay, so the first one I had, I was a seat filler for another girl. Okay. He liked someone else, but she was young at the time. So when she turned 18, he came to me and told me that he had always liked somebody else and he broke up with me for her. Do you know what just even caught me about that seat filler? I'm like, okay.
See, the mere fact that you realize that, so all this while, you actually never really liked me.
So I was just taking space.
It's
what's the essence of that?
It's wicked.
Okay.
It's wicked.
I just hope our God is a forgiving God. Okay. She ghosted me and then sent me wedding ivy out of the blues. That one's a deal.
So I think it's similar to the first one. He never really liked you.
I don't think so. Like, okay, so why were we together?
I was going to say that. Like, it begs the question of what happened. Like, why did you ask me out in the first
place? Why was that in your life?
Yes, to the point of even is it that it was so good a player that I didn't pick it up to know that?
To know what it is. And this is even like a girl.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't you just tell the guy off that, oh, sorry, I'm getting married, or I like somebody else, or something?
Or you know what? I'm not really into you. Are you just open to, let's just hang around and tag along?
Oh, yeah, or maybe I'm about to get married, but then I'm having wedding jitters. People do that, and they want to see how it is before they go and be serious.
Like, be sincere with me.
Let's be honest. Let's know what we are doing.
Absolutely.
But really, though, quick question. If your ex sends you a wedding invite, what would you do? Especially if it's someone you've not got to know about.
Oh, of course, it's going to hurt you. It's good. It will be like driving a saw through your heart. Like, no. It's I've had a lot of people ask that question of should you invite your ex to your wedding? Is it insensitive to do? And I think it depends. It depends on how the relationship ended.
Yeah. And I think if we're cool, if we've gotten to the point where we're guys and we're cool, and we both moved on to a reasonable extent. Yeah, maybe. But if we're not, and like for example, this one now, like you legit ghosted and you broke up with me, and maybe in not less than a year, there's a way. Please keep your IV to yourself. Don't even tell me.
Yeah.
Keep it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one I have. His parents didn't approve of me because I'm Igbo.
There's a lot of that, and it's really heartbreaking, especially when you've dated for a long time.
Yes.
Imagine you've been dating for 2-3 years, like you've made up your mind, and maybe on your own side, your parents have accepted the person. Then, like you just feel like you've wasted
like so much time
of
so
your
much
life.
energy.
Also, worse when I think a lot of times. How it turns out depends on how you're responding to it.
Yes, definitely.
So is it a case of, okay, your parents are not cool with me, what are you going to say? Are you going to stand up for me?
Yeah.
Are you going to fight for me? Just say, oh, sorry, my parents don't like you, so we have to break up.
Let me know. As a person, moving on, we'll get there.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I have like stories to tell about that one. This is interesting. I caught him cheating, the whole drama, on top of a lady, the whole shebang.
Oh my God.
This is the time I take my
That's crazy.
I did. You know how you think there are some things you just see on TV.
TV don't happen.
Like, I know when I saw this response, I think I did, like, these things actually really do happen. I don't know what I would do if I'm in such a situation where I would see my boyfriend with somebody else. I feel like I would just laugh. I don't know. Okay. Do you want to share some of the stories you have?
Yeah. Let me take one or two from here.
Okay.
So, okay.
Say now, okay.
I was in a long distance relationship
Okay.
where the guy has so many female friends. 2 months after butterflies, he realizes we don't gel anymore. And I also realized red flags plenty. I made the right choice, but was heartbroken. There's interesting, a lot of times, what people don't even say often is sometimes, even if you break up for the right reason, does not
change the fact that it's still painful, because it's so much emotional work that has gone into it. Like, I know, like, we've spent so much time together, late night conversation, FaceTime, blah 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 blah.
The money, the emotions.
Whole, have you eaten? Have you not eaten? It's actually really nice to have somebody ask you all the time, things, have you eaten? Have you not eaten? And then all of a sudden, it just disappears. It's hard. Sorry about that, my dear.
Yeah. So it said, said, them do me strong thing, Had someone I loved without remorse. She came out of the blues to tell me she's not ready, etc. The whole night phone call was a blur. All 3-4 hours of it, I was sitting on the fence at 2 a.m. crying and asking for a reason. And it didn't make any sense because I knew this was my one and only last bus stop.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Before we go on,
I feel for the guy.
My dear, please don't cry by the fence. Go inside your house and cry. Don't fall down.
What this guy says, imagine you've been single for 7 years. You've asked different people out, they've said no. Or maybe you've tried to connect with people and that's not worked. Then finally you find someone you connect with and connects with you.
Definitely.
You have someone that you've gone on those, long calls, dates. Like, we both click.
We gel.
I've told you that I like you. You tell me you like me again. Then now I'm like, okay, let's make this official. Then you're like, you know what? I'm not sure and everything. Like, it's interesting that sometimes you never date the person, but you still feel like you are broken.
Yeah, because I think that's the issue of, should we call it situationship? Because there's pretty much something going on. It's just not official. And you can't lead me on. That's what we call mixed signals. And why do we do that thing a whole lot? Like, why do we go into the whole, like, let's do the whole shebang, like the whole mixed signals thing?
Yeah.
I feel like it makes more sense to be direct. Let's know what we are doing before we embark on this journey.
Yeah, a lot of times we don't talk about it.
But
it's hard. It's hard.
Do you think it's something to talk about? Like, when you meet somebody, you're like, okay, I'm trying to talk to you because I'm trying to get into a relationship. Or do you think we should still do the normal, let's just hang out and get to know each other?
I think you should do the normal hang out, let's get to know each other. But when you're at the point where, to an extent, you know that I think I like this person, I think I dig and feel this person, you should let the person know.
At what point? Is it after like months? Like how long? Maybe a month after or 2 weeks after? Because some people can have conversations for 6 months that is not going anywhere. Baba, what are we doing?
One is when one party knows that this is not going anywhere, help the other person. So, let me give an instance.
Okay.
A lot of times, you ladies know that I'm not interested in this thing.
I agree with you, ladies. Please, let's be honest.
Like, you know that this guy is most likely interested in
you are
me.
probably talking to more than one guy at that point.
So help the guy. Just let the guy know that, dude,
I'm not doing this.
If this is where you're going to,
I just want to be friends. Please, let's also help each other. I'm telling you, scum is not a respecter of person. It's not whether you're a guy or a girl.
Yeah.
I really think, and I think it's so unfair that we girls do that thing where we just keep talking to different guys.
Yeah.
You know the one you like. You know the one you are more serious with.
Absolutely.
It's going to be painful, but I don't get the idea of people leading people on.
Exactly. Like, just like make the pain faster.
Yes, faster.
And let it be a quick kill.
Love it. Quick kill. Quick kill, ladies. Quick kill.
You can go and pick other stories from me.
Okay, so all right. My boyfriend broke up with me by saying the Lord is calling me to singleness after months of inconsistent communication. Hey, while I be like bicycle.
See,
I have no words.
Christian brothers.
And Christian sisters.
Oh my God. That feels very, very wicked.
The line is even it. The line is everything for me. The Lord is calling me to singleness.
So when you were chasing me, when you were asking him, that time the Lord was calling you to marriage. So it's not after you've been in a relationship with me that the Lord is now. I think a lot of times we're not sincere with ourselves.
Yes.
We're not sincere with ourselves. Like, say it. Say I didn't know what I was doing.
Say it with your chest.
I made a mistake. I wasn't ready for this.
I don't think God is a God of confusion.
No, he's not.
So, like, if it is that it's you that is not ready, there's a place for, okay, it's very possible for you to be in a relationship and get to the point where you're like, I don't think this is what I want. I don't think I want to be in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
It's painful, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is never meant to be easy.
Yeah.
But stop making excuses and stop trying to blame God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get that there is the part where, God would speak to you. So talk about that.
Yeah.
In terms of God talking to you about like your relationship and all.
Yeah.
And do you know something? A lot of people never actually talk to God about their relationship. But when you now want to break up, that's when you remember that, Baba God told me something.
And I think it's wicked and manipulative because it's a case of, if I say it's God, it's not my fault.
It's God.
Like, I'm not the one breaking up with you. It's God that made me do it.
No, it's God that's breaking up with you.
It's God that, left to me, I'll still be here. It's God that told me that I should not do it anymore. I like what he said. God is not the author of confusion. It won't tell you to enter, then tell you to leave.
To leave, definitely.
Yeah.
So, but where...
That doesn't change the fact that God can tell, I can speak to God and say, God, I like this girl and everything, and I get that green light and everything.
Yeah.
Then along the line, things happen, and I see valid reasons to, and it will not be stupid of me to hold on because God gives approval. It doesn't
it doesn't take it away completely. I don't know.
It's God, like that whole idea of soulmate, this is the one person for me, and no, that doesn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's just
move on. Okay. Another cheating story.
Hey God.
He said he cheated and said, "I have finally found a girl."
What am I?
What am I? I love that question. What am I?
I know the title of this episode is, trust that I've tried moving on.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why going over these stories is important is a lot of time, what makes it hard to move on
is the backstory.
It's the backstory.
And these backstories are,
Let me take this one. Say, so this guy we dated for 1 year, 7 months, and 3 days. Do you even remember how many days?
As in, exact.
And boom, no fight, nothing. We had the best moment together, like 2 days to my birthday. He bought me gift and everything. And 10 days later, he broke up with me with no explanation, no explanation. See, one thing, so, we've had our stories too. I've had my stories of, I recently was telling a friend that, man, I don't want to break any heart because as much as I'm not an heartbreaker, I've ended a relationship that, looking back, I could have done better.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think one thing is, there are cases where that I clearly need to end this relationship, but it's important to ask yourself, how do I go about it?
How do you go about it where you don't completely shatter that person in the process?
It's important to ask that. Like this example now, she's forever going to have questions.
Yes.
What did I do wrong? Is it this thing I said? Or is that thing? Could I have done this? You can literally just help the person.
That's like destroying the person's self-esteem.
Which is why, closure is important. Just say, and be sincere about it.
Is it really? That's I'm legit.
Would you prefer the person breaks up with you without telling you why? And without letting you know why or what you did wrong, even if you did something wrong?
Okay, I think I agree with you. I don't think I would want somebody to break up with me without telling me why. But I think I hate when they don't even know why and you're just bringing up so many excuses.
Okay, I get that.
There's a part for that. If you really want to give me this closure that you say, be honest with yourself. And don't come at me as blaming me like I'm the one, because I believe strongly that it takes two people to destroy a relationship.
Absolutely.
Except maybe it's the extreme, like cheating, because there's no excuse for that. It's two people in a relationship, it takes two people. So take your side, I take my side. And I think that would be a better closure. But if you're coming at me for closure and telling me this is closure, but then you're just blaming me, even after you leave me, I'll still ask myself, oh my God, is it because I did this? Is it because now I feel like I was the only one who messed up? So people don't understand closure. People think closure is blaming the other person for the mess up of the relationship.
But it is also admitting your own fault.
It's also admitting your own fault. Admitting, and then we come to a solution. Are we trying again, or are we telling ourselves sorry, bye-bye, moving on?
Yeah, and I think we're still going to get to that part of moving on.
Okay, so I saw this and it wasn't a breakup, but it really got to me. This person says, having my dad leave the family. It's really. I'm so sorry, my friend, but
it's a lot of times we've not. The kind of family setup we're in, says a lot about
how you grow.
How we grow. It says a lot about how we approach relationships. So a situation like that, your dad leaving the family, you literally start questioning. You would question relationship and marriage.
Yes.
Even if the guy is the best guy on earth, a part of you will say, is he going to leave me one day?
Like my dad, yes.
So what I'm going to say is, I don't know, for the guy in this situation is be patient, understand. Don't just go, how are you? Am I your dad? And don't just go all ballistic. Just say, sincerely understand where she is.
People deal with stuff
Differently, you get. So give her the space, give her the time, but still be there and give that reassurance. And give that she will need more reassurance than
more reassurance. Yeah. Okay, another Christian one. I think we need to do like another episode to talk about like Christian relationship and Christian breaking up. Yeah. But yeah, as a Christian, I ended a relationship with an atheist. I thought I could change the person as per Assistant Holy Spirit 2.0. It ended in hot tears and my heart really hurt.
Yeah, kudos to you. Good job. I know it's difficult, but that I like what she said about she thought she would be Assistant Holy Spirit, which is say a lot of times we will have fewer heartbreak stories if we are more careful at starting relationship in the first instance. And
also if we're more like, if we accept that you can't change somebody, this isn't even really about like a Christian relationship now. Like it's not your job to change someone. So if we understand, because if you go into a relationship thinking, I could make him change, I could make her change, nigga, nobody's gonna change. Unless they want to themselves.
Someone once told me something that kind of made me just say, oh, more. She asked, she said to Lu, if this babe never changes, you're complaining this, you're complaining that, you're complaining this. If she never changes, he says, are you still going to love her? It made me just say,
yeah.
And that should be the question everyone should ask going into relationship. Like, I'm assuming this is the final version of this person.
Yeah.
Am I okay with it?
Like, are you okay with the person's low?
Yes.
Are you okay with the person's worst?
Exactly.
Because I think that's what a relationship is, not even marriage. Although the end goal is usually that.
Yeah.
And living with somebody means you're living with them with their good, their bad, their ugly. You've chosen to
be there.
Is that the kind you want?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I have another one. This one, simple and sweet. He impregnated someone else.
Say, sweet. Why is it sweet?
Because
I'm going to say God saved you. In the sense of this could have happened when you're married.
When you're married. Like, I'm so happy for you. It's painful, but I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any more?
Yes. There's actually
a lot. Like, guys, thank you for your responses.
Yes,
I realized that a lot of people actually had stuff to say and people had to rant.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know where I've taken this. Said the person I was dating only started dating me because the girl he actually liked turned him down.
Okay, that like the one I said seat filler. Why do people do that? So wait. I'm what? Number 2. Girls, let me just say this. You are what? You are a queen. You should never, ever, ever.
Which is why this is important to ask the person like their relationship history.
Yeah.
And even okay.
Never see yourself as number 2. You are nobody's number 2.
I was watching this video on I think it was Elizabeth Liu that said it. She said, so there's this conversation she has with her husband, and they ask themselves tough questions. So say one of the questions they ask is, what is it that you want in a partner that I don't have? Like, what is it that you've always wanted in a partner?
Writing it down.
That
I'm gonna ask this question
that I don't have. See, because imagine if you say, I always like someone that is endowed, big breast, big butt. Now it will make you say, I don't have it. I don't have it.
Would that make you leave me?
It's important to ask those questions from now. Like, find out what is it that the person really wants, and if those things are really big deal to them and they've not come to terms in themselves and tell the person, see, what this means is you will never have this thing forever.
True.
Like, are you cool with that?
True.
And I think those kind of questions will help you in situations like this.
Yes.
Say, what is it you've always wanted?
I like this person's honesty. He says, I was the heartbreaker in my story. However, it was more heartbreaking for me to break someone's heart and I had to let go. I like the honesty. And I like that, heartbreak goes 2 ways. It's not only about the person whose heart was broken.
Yeah.
Some people, make some tough decisions because
Yeah.
for them. There's another story I saw where someone says, she said that it was more painful being with you. That's actually painful, but then if you are the cause of somebody's pain, you might as well.
And this is to say that heartbreaks are not bad thing when done for the right reasons.
When done for the right reasons. And like you said earlier, when done right.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a right way to break up with somebody.
There is.
Please, not on WhatsApp. I saw a lot.
Not text message.
Not over the phone. Not text message. I think, which one would you rather prefer? The person saying, we can't do this over the phone, or actually talking?
Like the person coming to terms, like, just give me the class courtesy.
Yes.
Come all the way. Like, look me in the eyes.
And tell me why you're leaving me.
Because the mere fact that you're avoiding it and you're doing over the text, so I just send me a text and, block me and I can't even ask you why, already shows that something is wrong.
Something is wrong.
Yeah. I think we should move on to the
Even though we will not stop.
Yeah, because there are quite a lot of stories there.
Okay. Man, people had things to say. Gosh. All right. So the next thing was, how did you deal with it? Okay. So before we get into how people dealt with it, I saw this story. It says, I had put in so much work into the relationship, and then 9 months into it, he calls and says it feels like too much work. For who, fam? Anyway, that's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is he chose to do it the night before a very important interview and almost made me lose the job opportunity. But for God. Thanks for who? Now it feels like too much work. You don't know, 9 months in. Well, he might have his own reasons, but my issue with that was the period at which he why didn't you wait for her to finish her interview?
Which is still like one of the attributes a lot of people take home from this episode is the timing for the breakup is as important. I read there's a story of someone that broke up with somebody just after they lost their dad.
Oh my God. Oh yes, I have a friend like that too. Oh God.
So it's painful, it's important, the timing. I know that sometimes,
you want to just get it over with. But you use your church mind.
All the breakup around my bed, after my birthday.
After my birthday, or ghosting after my birthday.
Before an exam. There was the exam story also. There was someone, there's university, broke up with you just before your exam. I'm just like,
do you want me to fail?
And I think guys, a lot of times we don't understand. Like ladies are not like us when it comes emotionally.
No.
We can break up today and tomorrow. We're cool. We're already hanging out with our guys.
In quotes, you're cool.
Externally.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we still don't deal with
it internally.
Like we don't go through the phase and the emotions. But on the surface, you just but ladies they're feelers.
No, you feel that
ladies are feelers. So it's important to just ask yourself, how does this affect this person? What best way can I do it? I know that it's going to hurt either ways, but how do you make it less painful? Yeah.
Okay, so we asked people how they dealt with it. Did they cry, stalk, fight, cause drama? There was a lot of tears. There was a lot of drama. There was a lot of stalk. Now, what do you have to say about stalking?
Guys, we received many heartbreak stories. So it just goes to show that scum is not a respecter of gender at all. Anybody can be scum. Anyways, join us on our next episode as we share how people have dealt with their heartbreak situations. Some cried, some stalked, some caused drama, and we also talked about moving on. Do we ever really move on? Have you moved on? And things like that. So keep your comments going. Tell us your heartbreak stories. Share them with us. The painful ones, the weird ones, the funny ones. Just keep them coming. And let's just, rant about our heartbreak experiences and if we've moved on. See you on our next episode. Thank you for listening to Trust Me, I've Tried. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow us on our IG page at Trust Me I've Tried Pod. See you next time.
Trust me, I've tried. Trust me.